Hi everybody, it's Christine and I am back with a new video series this week. It's a collaborative one again. It's got a hop, it's got all kinds of fun stuff happening as well as prizes from both me and from some of the people participating. So what we are going to be doing this week is we're going to be doing a back to school theme hop, and it's going to be all projects that have a school theme to them, whether that's scrapbook layouts, cards, different crafts, all that kind of stuff. You're going to see it all, and each day I'm going to be joining up with two of my talented YouTube friends and sharing our different ideas. So what you want to do to get entered into the prize, the big grand prize that I have to give away, is you want to subscribe and comment on as many of those videos as you can. So not only mine, but also my friends. And what you will be entered to win is a huge prize package. It's worth over $50, and it includes a paper house planner, an assortment of SRM stickers from SRM Stickers. I know, shocking, right? And also a $10 scrapbook.com gift card. And so, like I said, just subscribe, comment. You can do that once. You can do that every single day, and you can have over 20 entries. So your choice, what you want to do and how you want to approach it. But there will be lots of inspiration for you to get this week. I've got some really, really talented ladies lined up to be joining in. And that said, let's go ahead and get started with the first video. Hello everybody, it's time for day one of the Back to School Crafty video series. I am joined today by Audrey and Jess, both very talented YouTubers, so be sure to check out their pages and see their new videos about back to school projects. My inspiration for my first layout today was to use a big title. Big titles seem to really be trending, and I haven't ever shied away from a big title, but I really wanted to make it a big part of this layout. So the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to cut it out of a funky, colorful patterned paper. A lot of times when I do titles, it tends to be one color or a solid color for each word at least. And this time I wanted to try just this bright, colorful look. And so I used a paper from Doodlebug Design, and in fact most of this layout today is going to be stuff from Doodlebug Design. And I just cut it out on my Silhouette Cameo. I didn't use a specific cut file, I just typed it and picked a font that I liked, knowing that I wanted a big script font. Now I'm going to go around that and I'm going to outline it with a black pen. Why? It's already black. Well, I felt like the whole thing needed a little more of a shadow. It was getting a little lost in the paper. And so I felt like outlining it with a black pen would be a good way to achieve that. That's a technique that I like to employ a lot. If I feel like something's getting a little bit drowned in a layout, pulling out my black pen and outlining is a great way to just cover that up and change the look slightly. Now, this was especially nice because with the black patterned paper, even if I messed up, it wasn't going to matter because it was on black patterned paper, so hooray for that. Now, you can see my title says Write and Story. I'm going to use letter stickers in a little bit to finish off that title. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work in my two photographs. The photographs today are actually of my oldest son on his first day of 4th grade, which is crazy because he's going into 8th grade. And if I'm being honest, part of the purpose of this whole series is to help me get some of these layouts done. Now that we have moved, I wanted to try and get all of my kids' photos from their school days in Illinois finished and into a layout so I could close out that scrapbook. So I had two pictures from this day that I really liked. And one of them you could see was bigger, so I decided to cut one to 4x4 and one to a 3x3 and then layer them accordingly. At an angle a little bit, going with kind of a diagonal design layout, which is a design that I like to employ a lot. And then I'm going to pull in a whole bunch of stars. Now I cut all these stars out of more Doodlebug paper, and I just cut them out in really simple patterned papers because I didn't want anything to get too terribly complicated. I feel like the title and the notebook paper background already add a lot, and so I didn't want it to get too crazy busy. So those stars are cut from a metal die, the big ones, and then I am going to cut some smaller ones also from a metal die, and I will link you up to those down below. And these, you know, these star metal dies have just been immensely useful to have, especially as a mom of boys, where I often need something that's just a little less feminine. The stars are so great for that, and I use them constantly. In fact, I have a layout that went up on Sunday where I used the exact same metal die. I have definitely gotten my money's worth on that. So now I've added on several of the bigger stars, and I'm going to go ahead and again, I'm going to outline those. And you can see instantly what a difference that makes. Just by adding that outline, it really helps to separate it from the background a little bit. And you can also see that on those stars, I tucked them all underneath stuff. So I kind of built them into the background, thus making the need for them to pop off of the background a little bit all the more important. Now, I felt like I needed a yellow one worked in there too. So I'm going to try and tuck this underneath my already well secured title. I used the Easy Runner, the micro sized cartridge to attach my title, so it is on there good, but I was able to pull it up enough that I made it work. So now you can see here I'm bringing in that second size of stars, and again I just used a smaller metal die to cut those out, and I'm just spacing out the colors accordingly, and then I will outline all of those as well. Now, I could have done even one more size of stars, but I ultimately decided that I thought this was enough. There's such a thing as too much embellishing. I know, crazy. Especially in the style that I like, kind of that clean lines. I tend to do quite a bit of embellishing, but I still like to keep things pretty clean and a clear break between things and places for the eyes to rest. And so for me, there's a stopping point. Now that I've gotten all my stars on there, I want to go ahead and add on Your. And I decided I wanted Your to be a print font instead of a script font. And so I pulled out these skinny cardstock stickers. They're in Beetle Black from Doodlebug. And I am just using my laser square to put a line straight across the layout there so I can make sure and get it on there nice and straight. And then I have Write Your Story. I felt like that was a really fun, appropriate title for a back-to-school layout. I'm also going to add on some stickers from Paper House Productions, and these are just clear stickers. They come in a multi-pack that includes chipboard stickers, cardstock stickers, and clear stickers. And so you get 3 different types, and they're all school themed, which is super nice. And so I'm adding on those A+s. And then I'm also going to end up adding on a chipboard one down in the bottom corner, just because I felt like I needed something down there still. I'm also going to finalize the whole layout by adding on both my 4th grade phrase there down at the bottom, because I didn't necessarily want to journal. I know what school it's at, etc. But I do think I'll forget what grade it is eventually. So I felt like I wanted to add on the 4th grade. And then finally, I'm going to add on some mist splatters. And I am just going to do these in some pretty yellow. It's nice and bright, matches that star, and you just can't go wrong with adding yellow in your embellishing. I just think it adds something special. So that is it for today. That's my very first back to school project. Be sure to swing by and check out what Audrey and Jess have done. And again, leave comments, subscribe, and get involved all week long for your chance to get in on a fantastic prize. I've got all the details on the prize listed here again at the end. And we will see you tomorrow with another project.